Today I thought I'd show you exactly how I prep my skin and do my makeup for when I'm wearing my mask all day long. I'm a sonographer in Canada. We wear full gowns, goggles, masks, and I also have friends that are nurses that work in ICU. They've broke out from the masks. They've also developed like rashes and reacted to the masks. And I got this request from a physician in India, and it was really nice to chat with her. She wears full PPE. She's in the surgical unit and she wears like N95 masks and things. And she kind of asked me like, how do you do your makeup for a day at work when you are wearing a mask all day long? So I'm not a dermatologist, but I did spend a lot of time researching what to do, like what's the best skincare for under your mask. So I'm going to show you my everyday skincare and makeup mask routine for when I go to work. I gotta be honest with you, on a day-to-day basis, I do not wear a stitch of makeup. I'm never really trying to look good at work. I'm just in scrubs and gowns and I just feel like we're covered completely anyway. But sometimes if I'm meeting someone after work, or I'm gonna go run an errand, or honestly, sometimes I just feel like I want to put a little bit of makeup on, because you kind of get into this state of just feeling like such a grub all the time. So there are days where I do add a stitch of makeup, so I'll show you what I do for days like that. As far as skincare goes, when I wake up in the morning, I don't use a cleanser. I just splash my face with water and kind of like massage it a little bit. And then before I let it dry completely, I go in with a hyaluronic acid. A hyaluronic acid is a product that is good for everybody. It just gives you more hydration. The key for when you're wearing a mask is to protect that skin's moisture barrier. I try to lock in as much moisture as I can. The air is very dry where I am, so my goal is to put more moisture and lock more moisture in. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water on my face. You always want to put your hyaluronic acid on when your skin is wet, because hyaluronic acid pulls moisture in. That's how it works. So it needs moisture in order for it to be effective. So I have this one by the Inky List. It's a really affordable brand. So I just put a little bit of that on, about that much. Just kind of rub it in. Just put it on my face. Now you can use serums under your mask. Most of the dermatologist channels that I've watched have kind of told me to keep the skincare routine really simple. So this isn't the time to like try new products or use like more stronger acids and things. If you do have more acne prone skin, then one product that was super highly recommended for everyone again was niacinamide. So I have the niacinamide by The Ordinary, and I think that would be a really great serum to use under your mask. Alternatively, you could just get a moisturizer that has niacinamide in it. I'm not suffering from acne right now, but I have been suffering from a lot of acne scarring. What I do is I use a vitamin C serum. So this is by the brand Glow. So that's what I use because I am trying to fight my acne scars. So that one just comes in a little dropper bottle, and then I'll just really tap that into my skin, especially where I'm having more of my problem areas. So the next thing I go in with is this CeraVe moisturizing cream. So this is just like a very highly recommended moisturizer by dermatologists. It's great for basically everybody's skin. It is quite thick, which is what I wanted, because it was recommended to use like a thicker moisturizer to really lock in the moisture barrier again, and also just to kind of protect your skin from the mask like rubbing on your skin all day. So I take a good layer of that and then just work that into my skin too. And don't forget to bring that down your neck. In case you don't know about CeraVe, which I'm sure you do, it's fragrance free, it's gentle on skin, non-irritating, and it does have hyaluronic acid in this formula as well, which is really nice. I also wear a sunscreen under my mask, and that's mostly because I do go outside and take walks at lunchtime when I can. And so I just like to have my skin always protected. Plus, it's just good to be in the habit of always putting a sunscreen on, because you never know what you're going to be doing throughout the day. I use this Play All Day Super Goop. It hasn't made me break out at all, but I think for the sunscreen, just make sure you do your own research on what would be like the least pore clogging and what's really going to work for you. So I don't know if this is like the perfect one to go under a mask, but I have been using it for weeks and weeks and haven't had any issues. I like to focus it kind of more on my forehead and the sides of my temples, because I do get like hyperpigmentation around those areas, and those are the areas that are going to be exposed the most throughout the day. I mean, I've heard some people say even if you don't see a window in your job, which I don't, because like I said, I'm an ultrasound tech, so we use kind of dark rooms, but some people are like, you even need to protect yourself from the fluorescent lighting. So I think just like the point is to really be in a habit of using sunscreen, so I do. I forgot to say this, I wanted to just tell you really quickly, if you are having irritation from the mask rubbing on your skin, or you've broken out into like little red dots, like it's not acne but your skin just feels really irritated, then you can definitely use a petroleum. So or some people say petrolatum. I've always said petroleum, but like a Vaseline or an Aquaphor, and then just put that over your moisturizer, and it just gives you this extra barrier that protects your skin so that it's not rubbing and chafing your skin all day. So if that's a problem for you, definitely try that. But if you're suffering more from like acne under your mask and breakouts, then I'd probably stick to the niacinamide. So those are really all my skincare steps done. And like I said, I usually don't wear makeup. I just put my mask on. Now this is just an Aritzia mask. Obviously we wear like professional grade masks at work, but I don't have anything with me right now. So this is all I wear for work. But I am going to show you what I would do for makeup if I was going to wear makeup. I'm also going to show you how I take everything off at the end of the night, what cleansers I use, kind of my like very simple nighttime skincare routine. So we'll do that after makeup. So I just start by curling my lashes. I hope you're not disappointed by how simple my makeup is for work. But if I was working at an office job, then I'd probably put a little bit more effort into my eye makeup. Because if I worked at an office every day and I got to wear cute clothes, then I think it'd be fun to kind of play up your eyes maybe more than you normally would. But in healthcare, it's pretty drab, so I just don't wear much. After I curl my eyelashes, then I will definitely work on my brows. So I just have this fine tip NYX eyebrow pencil, and I just fill in the areas that are a little bit sparse. I don't do very much makeup at all. It's just to give this super natural kind of clean looking look without people thinking that I'm wearing that much. Then I just like to brush my brow hairs up. So if you watch my videos, you know I've been using the super glue or glued spiking glue by Got2b. I just take a little bit out, kind of put it on my finger, and then I run it right into my brow hair. And then I just take my spoolie and kind of brush it up and over. This stuff really does keep your brows in place all day. So if you don't want to wear any makeup, just by curling your lashes and kind of brushing your brow hairs up, you already just feel like a little bit more alive, kind of refreshed, and just like a little bit more put together for work. My next step is just to take a really thin consistency concealer. I've been loving this Laura Mercier one. It's an ultra long wear product, so it should last you throughout the day, and mine definitely does. So I just take a little bit of that. I barely put any. So my goal is just to cover these like really dark spots in the inner socket of my eye. Just do like that much right on top of the darkest area, and then I just kind of draw up from here. I do have a lot of redness on the corner of my eye, so I like to place the concealer right on top of that as well. You really have to get a concealer that matches your skin. You don't want to get anything that's too bright. Because I'm not wearing any other makeup on the rest of my face, I really needed to get a concealer that matched my skin tone perfectly. So I'm just going to add a couple more dots right here and blend it a little bit farther down because my mask will only kind of come to here. So I barely use any product, but look how much of a difference that makes. The other thing I sometimes do just for like this extra healthy glowing skin is I'll take my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter and I'll just put a couple really small dots on the cheekbones. So if I take my mask off throughout the day, go for a walk, my skin just looks like really healthy and glowy, but it doesn't really look like I'm wearing makeup. It just makes me feel like so hydrated and so healthy. I don't personally wear eyeliner or eyeshadow, but if your go-to makeup is to do a black eyeliner or like a wing line or whatever your go-to eye look is, just go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna put mascara on top and bottom, kind of wake up my look and feel even further pulled together and pretty. Sometimes I'll take this, I've got this like little sample size Benefit WhatsApp highlighter. So sometimes I'll stick that right into the inner corner of my eye. And then the other thing I'll do to look really alive and awake is just take a skin colored pencil and put that into my waterline. This one's by MAC. It's the Studio Chromographic Pencil in NC15 NW20. So that really just takes the redness out of your eyes, especially when you just wake up in the morning, your eyes can look kind of like red, bloodshot. Just kind of gets rid of that. And that is all I personally do. I don't really add much more than that. Like I said, I don't even do that every day, but let's put our mask on and kind of see how it looks with the mask. So you kind of get this like healthy glow just peeking through, and then my eyes look put together, my eyebrows look put together. It's not too much for healthcare. It just makes you feel a little bit more put together, ready to take on the day. I don't do anything on my lips just because I find that when I wear like a lip balm, it rubs on the mask and then I get like little fibers stuck on my lips and I find that really irritating. But I just make sure I do my lip care at night and then drink tons of water throughout the day. So then moving on to when I get home, my nighttime evening skincare routine. I mean, the more important thing you can do for your skin is to keep it really clean for underneath the mask so you don't have bacteria building up underneath the mask all day long. So what I do first to take all the products off that I put on, especially to break down the sunscreen and concealer and things, is to use like an oil cleanser. This one's by Pharmacy. It's called the Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. And it's just like a balm that comes in this jar. I got it at Sephora. It's just like a nice green, it just feels like a balm. So I take a little bit of that, rub it into my hands, and then work it all over my face to break down the product. And then I rinse that off with water. And then for my cleanser, I go in with the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser for normal to dry skin. It's non-comedogenic, which means not clogging your pores, non-irritating. It's just so gentle. Anyone can use this. After I cleanse my skin, I put on a moisturizer. So sometimes I use this CeraVe one, and then I have another one by Cetaphil. It's just like a very gentle, hydrating, simple moisturizer. And then I give that a couple minutes to just really absorb in, and then that's when I go in with my Differin, the adapalene cream, or like retinol. So this one's pretty strong. You need a prescription for it in Canada. I know that this is over the counter in the States, but this is just really good for acne treatment and preventing aging, fine lines. So I do that about 3 or 4 times a week. And then, like I said, my lip care I always do at night. This one really does live up to all of the hype. It's the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I don't know one person online or offline that doesn't like this product. It's so moisturizing. I personally love it because it feels good and it smells good, but you can't taste it at all. I hate lip products that you can like kind of taste the artificial smell that they put in. This is just a beautiful product. Hopefully that helped you a little bit. If you do want to wear makeup under your mask, like I would just suggest wearing a really gentle mineralized powder like by the Bare Minerals. You can put a little bit of that on if you just want kind of more of an even skin tone and you know you're going to be taking off your mask. Even if you just want to wear makeup, I totally understand that because we just aren't wearing makeup anymore or like doing ourselves up anymore, so it just feels like it can get really drab. So I think wearing makeup to work, whether you work in healthcare or you work in an office or whatever it is, it's just a nice way to kind of feel a little bit better, a little bit more ready for the day and just like good about yourself. So this is my routine. I just feel like it's really healthy. The ingredients are working for me underneath the mask. Let me know if this video makes sense to you, especially if you work in healthcare. Let me know if I missed anything or if there's anything that you learned that really worked for you. I would love to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next one.